Yeah, that's just silly. This is the brand new Ascent-32, and I just had to see, could 1.0 wheels and tires fit on it? With some 3D printed hexes, the answer is yes. Surprisingly better than I thought they would. And of course, I'm immediately skeptical. Will it steer? Will it actually drive? It'll drive. Will it crawl? No, crawling, that might be a stretch a little bit. We don't really have any suspension articulation, if I'm honest. But it'll drive, it'll do the thing, and I think there's ways that we can actually continue to make this better. In order to make this work, there's really only two things I had to do. Remove both front and rear bumpers. Turns out they just rubbed the tires immediately. And then what you'll see here is I 3D printed my own little hex adapter. Pretty simple little file. The factory hexes from the Ascent-32 are just too small of a diameter to mount up to the wheels. So all I did was copy the inside diameter of the factory hexes and the outside diameter of what we needed for the wheels. And voila! It actually works. Now, I'll share the 3D print file with you. I'll upload it here to Printables so that you can get to it. It's not perfect. The hex isn't exactly right. I had to re-drill out the center holes. I'll update some tweaks to it and get it out there. But yeah, there you go. It's an adapter, and it works, and it transmits the power. So nobody, as I make this video, makes this hex right now. Maybe you give it 6 months. Maybe Injora or somebody will come out with a brass version that will actually let you mount up the correct 1.0 wheels. Now that it's on there, and so there's only a couple little things that I think we can still countermeasure to make it work a little bit better. The rear's clear without the body on. They clear great. The fronts will just barely hit the shocks actually. You get pretty close. Without the bumper on, if it wasn't for hitting the shocks, you'd actually get almost all the steering articulation. Now once you get the body on, it's a different story. Body limits it a lot because the tires are just basically sitting in on the body with just a millimeter or two clearance, which means I kind of don't have suspension anymore. And the same thing with steering. As soon as I get it into the body. So now if you're willing to hack up your body, I think you would end up with ability to run these a lot easier. The other option that I think is probably a better choice overall, since we're adding so much height but we're not adding any width, is to run a wider offset wheel. Something that kicks this wheel out even further. That'll help reduce all of this rubbing, give back a lot more clearance, and keep it from wanting to tip over nearly as much. And then the last piece is these are the tires and wheels from the Ascent 18 High Steer brushless version, which means they're OD probably about 62-ish millimeters, something like that. You know, there's a bunch of crawler tires, 18th scale crawler tires that are actually smaller diameter than that, and clearly that'll let you get away with that 1.0 wheel without nearly as much issue as we are having here. So choose your tires, your wheel offset, and your tires wisely. 3D print the little hex, get rid of the bumpers, maybe cut the body up a little bit, and you can legitimately run 1.0 wheels on your Ascent-32, which unlocks a whole plethora of wheel and tire choices for this truck. So in the video description down below, I'm going to have a link to the hexes that I have designed here. I'm also going to leave a link to some more 1.0 tire and wheel options that I think might make this even better, as I consider which ones I think I want to buy maybe for this truck and run on this truck on a regular basis. So thank you for watching. I hope this sparked your curiosity or your thoughts about what you wanted to do to your Ascent-32, and we will see you in another video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.